Another dietary supplement is now available. Although it isn't very new, its popularity in the fitness community has increased recently. And I gotta admit, depending on the most recent scientific facts, we might have something interesting. Let's find out more about ashwagandha, a majestic herb. Ashwagandha. The word ashwagandha derives from Sanskrit and means horse smell, alluding to the lovely aroma of the plant's roots. The majority of the ashwagandha plant's health advantages are thought to be found in its roots, which have historically been used as a medicinal herb in countries like India, and are now, of course, processed into a variety of supplement forms. Its alleged health advantages include things like increasing your immune system, giving you more energy, and enhancing mood, and sleep quality. Although ashwagandha is said to provide a wide range of health benefits, the science is a little dubious regarding them. However, there are some supported advantages. The amazing research-loving people at Examine.com claim that using ashwagandha supplements has regularly and totally reduced anxiety and stress symptoms. Theoretically, it achieves this through influencing brain circuits that result in a decrease in stress-related chemicals, like cortisol. Given that stress and anxiety may affect almost every aspect of life, it's not surprising that some people believe that ashwagandha has numerous advantages, even if they aren't caused by a direct effect. Fitness. Ashwagandha isn't too bad as a supplement for overall health. Well, what about the reason you came here in the first place? Is ashwagandha just hype in terms of fitness, like all the other passing fad supplements before it? Well, in some areas of fitness, it can be a little bit more. Sadly, there are relatively few studies that indicate ashwagandha to have very little effect on either fat reduction or muscle gain. But things do get a lot more interesting in terms of performance. According to a 2018 study, participants who supplemented with ashwagandha over the course of 12 weeks saw improvements in their 1-rep max for squats that were nearly twice as great as those who consumed a placebo of starch. An average 19 kilogram gain with ashwagandha as opposed to a 10 kilogram gain with a placebo. Bench press 1-rep max improvements were higher as well, albeit to a lesser extent. Similar results were seen in a 2015 study, where over the course of 8 weeks, ashwagandha administration was found to increase bench press and leg extension 1-rep max more than placebo. Additionally, ashwagandha supplementation significantly and persistently exceeded their placebo counterparts for VO2 max, a test of one's cardiac fitness. So ashwagandha doesn't have a strong impact on muscle growth or fat reduction, but there is unexpectedly solid evidence that it enhances performance. Now, this does, without a doubt, sound fairly good. However, I wouldn't start emptying the shelves of your neighborhood pharmacy just yet. Having some promising data doesn't mean that there's yet enough information, just like with every promising supplement that came before it. The existing research, particularly for strength results, mostly used people with newer training experiences. Thus, it doesn't account for outcomes for important populations like intermediate lifters, and, of course, our beloved advanced siblings and sisters. Individuals with more training experience typically have effects that are smaller than those with less experience. So, if future research on ashwagandha revealed a similar pattern, it wouldn't surprise me. Even so, there are just a few number of studies that have looked at the populations that are included in the research, regardless of how consistent the results may be. Additionally, a small number of studies, promising or not, is insufficient to compare ashwagandha to more well-known supplements like creatine, whose effectiveness is still the subject of ongoing controversy despite years of study. I believe it's best to reserve judgment on ashwagandha for the time being until we get more information on the conclusions. Even yet, I'm very sure that some of you are still debating whether you should snap that picture somehow. That sounds fine and all, but should I take it anyway? Well, the answer, in my honest view, is possibly. First off, taking supplements containing ashwagandha does seem to be usually safe. But as always, talk to your healthcare providers before beginning any new supplement. However, despite the scant fitness research, ashwagandha has a proven track record for reducing anxiety and stress. It goes without saying that enhancing your mental gains is as crucial as enhancing your physical gains, and that enhancing one may very likely enhance the other. Yes, there's a lack of evidence on fitness-related outcomes, but I'm genuinely astonished at how consistently positive the data that's available is. We're going to have to wait and see, but it doesn't necessarily indicate that things won't change in the future. But given its overall safety, its effects on stress and anxiety, and somewhat encouraging initial results on fitness, I give ashwagandha a maybe for the time being. Check back in a few years. In the meantime, please share this video with your friends who also appreciate rotting horse roots if you found it entertaining. Make sure to follow for more, and as always, thank you for watching.